Hey everybody, welcome back to another amazing episode of The Careful Boys, where today we get to reflect on Bart's most recent family trip.
Wow. For Into the Woods?
Is that your most recent family trip?
Yeah.
Right there, baby. Bingo.
Bingo.
This was on spring break or something?
You get a wood in the woods?
Come on, dude.
What? Dude, that's
He's talking about his kid.
Yeah, talking about my kid.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
You can, man. Can you just edit that out? Can you edit yourself out?
No.
Asking about boners tonight?
No, so we, it was for Taika's spring break, and usually every spring break, we try to go somewhere. Oh, it's double easy.
I was looking at grinds to the max. You guys.
I already heard this fucking story. I'm out. The beginning's the worst part of any story.
I got fucking zoned out, man.
Every spring break, we try to go to like woods or the nature or whatever somewhere, you know? Try to bring the dude out. Try to counterbalance like the device time, even though he doesn't really go on his devices that much. But I feel like we're in an age where a lot of kids are glued to their phones and they're not in like just being fucking feral creatures like the way we were. Where we just
Feral's wild, yeah.
Yeah, you know, we used to fucking chop those cypress plants.
We did. We hi-yabbed them on our bicycles along the way too.
So we started. So the couple places that we were brainstorming. The first one we were gonna go to like Wyoming and South Dakota, like a little road trip. And I'm like, hey Taika, how would you feel if we go to Mount Rushmore? Because he likes presidents and shit. And then he was like, man, I've been wanting to go there for years.
Dude, Mount Rushmore's a letdown, bro.
Is it?
It's a letdown.
So the cool thing is,
I've never been.
I started mapping it, right? I'm like, fuck, because we're wanted to spend the first half with Gio's family, so we don't have the full like Friday night to Sunday night. Like we don't have the full whatever 7-8 days that is. So I'm like, okay, we can't make it. Then I was like, okay, what about flights? So we won't do a road trip. We'll just fly there and then we'll like rent a car or RV around there. And maybe because I waited too long, but there weren't any direct flights, and it was gonna be like fucking $600, $800 a person just for flights.
Wow.
Because you have to do layovers and shit. I'm like, I might as well go to Hawaii. That's like my bar. Anytime anything's gonna cost more than Hawaii, I'm not gonna do it because I might as well just go to Hawaii. So I'm like, F that.
It's a good bar.
Good call.
Right? I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I gonna spend all this money going to Wyoming?
That's crazy.
So, and then I was like, okay, let's pick something else. And I'm like, you know, like I feel like when I'm in Nevada, I'm always going the same routes. But Nevada's a big state. I'm like, there's probably like other shit to do there that I'm not thinking about, and people usually just go to the same Yosemite, Tahoe, Zion, whatever, right? So I Googled Nevada like road trips, and then there's an actual site by the tourism board that came up. And there's a bunch of like stuff in Nevada. I'm like, oh, sick. So the one that I saw was called Ruby Mountains, and it's considered the Swiss Alps of America.
Whoa.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Ain't nobody ever talk about Ruby Mountains.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, I never heard of it either.
Yeah.
And then, so I started Googling, and then I started mathing out the vacation price. So we were gonna do an RV trip, but then if I mapped it out, it was gonna be like $1,000. And then I'm like, okay, what if I just drive and then we just stay?
$1,000 because like renting an RV specifically, or like what was your?
So now I think before the RV renter people weren't these lined sacks of shit. Back then, it's like you rent this RV, it's $99, right? And then you just, okay, cool. So 3 days, that's $300. But I think these motherfuckers started learning from the Airbnb fucks where, yeah, it says 49, but then you have this charge and this charge and this charge. So I rented an RV, and it was supposed to be like $400 or $500. By the time I checked out, it was $1,000.
What?
What? Did you add in extra things like an extra blanket, an extra this, and an extra?
I know not to do that.
Insurance
Yeah,
and like
just
prepaid gas.
All this bullshit. Fucking, I don't know, fucking Coachella titties fee, whatever. I'm not even gonna go to a festival. And so like, I'm like, all right, fuck this. I mapped out my own, and just getting hotels was gonna be $300.
Damn.
So we're in like this kind of like saving mode this year. I'm like, dude, $300 for all three of us? That's a fucking no-brainer.
Yeah.
So I booked one hotel in Ely. That's like about 4 hours north of Vegas. Then Elko is the next biggest city. It's about another like 3 or 4 hours. So we went to Ely. We went to a place called Cave State Park. And what's cool is like this whole other part of Nevada, nobody really goes. So when you go in nature, it feels like you're by yourself.
Wow.
Even when you go to Yosemite,
There's always people there.
You know, there's fucking like 2 white people fucking in the corner.
Yeah. Selfie sticks
Like,
everywhere.
yeah, another fucking white guy doing ayahuasca by himself or whatever.
Someone slacklining.
Yep, always trying to balance and shit.
Kind of crazy.
But like, we go there and it was us by ourselves. It was super cool, but then it's also kind of scary because you're like, fuck, if we off-road, get stuck, we're really by ourselves.
You're fucked.
So I try to be a little bit more risk adverse. We spent our first night there, then we went to Elko to go to Ruby Mountains. What sucks is the final destination of a couple places I want to go to, I couldn't fully get there because the weather, these are more like barren places, so there is no road maintenance.
Oh shit.
So what I learned now is if I need to go travel to places outside of like the Southwest that have real weather, you kind of want to look up road conditions. Because one of the places we went to, it says road not maintained, enter at your own risk. And I saw this fucking truck pull up with the big ass RV. The RV opens in the back and 4 dudes on snowmobiles come out. And I'm like, I definitely don't got a snowmobile. I'm gonna get stuck in this motherfucker. And it's not something I can call like AAA or whatever because it's just not a maintained road.
Yeah.
And I would just see these dudes go on their snowmobile.
And then they go all the way.
They go out. I'm like, dude, this is fucking tight. So we would just go to places where I feel safe. So I off-road a little bit, but nowhere where I started feeling like, oh shit, we're about to get stuck. So we did that for 2 days and we came back down.
Damn.
Scary.
Getting stuck is crazy though. Getting stuck?
Fuck yeah.
Have you gotten stuck before?
No, but I've driven in the Mojave Desert.
What?
No road. Like, you know how when you go on Google Maps, there's like no road, but then there's a pinpoint where
Yeah.
you're supposed to meet
Yeah,
it.
like coordinates or something. Yeah.
So I follow the dirt into this fucking pinpoint and my car is just like, oh shit. And then I try to imagine like, what if I just fucking got stuck out here? I'd be done. Like no food, no water, like that's it.
Yo, that's so
So
crazy.
you wanna? So I travel with like small little emergency kits. Like since I go back and forth from Vegas to LA all the time, in my back of my car, I always have a blanket for heat. I have a couple bottles of water and like 2 or 3 cans of like beef stew, just in case. So I know I have that in my car, and then every time I go on any road trip with Taika, I bring 2 first aid kits. Like one's like a basic fucking Neosporin Band-Aid one, and another one that's like crazy for like a fucking collapsed lung or some shit.
Oh.
And like tourniquets and shit in there.
You have a collapsed lung first aid kit?
Yeah, I have it in my back.
Just in case you get a pierced lung, brother.
Yeah, just like random.
Plug it up or something.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
how
yeah.
it goes? That's
so
cool.
for a big boo boo, right? Like if this motherfucker is fucking jumping off of fucking cliff and then a twig goes through his chest or something.
Ooh.
Gotta patch that up. Right?
And then so I always have that, but then getting stuck where it's gonna snow and it's gonna be like sub-zero weather.
Oh hell no.
Pretty crazy. So I was like, I gotta be.
How cold was it when you were there?
The day it was like 36, and then at night it was maybe like
0.
no, it was like maybe like 10, 12.
Okay.
But it was cold enough to go on like the lake is frozen,
Oh wow.
wow.
so it was like it was pretty cold.
You stepped on a frozen lake?
See, that's the problem. If it was just the boys,
Yeah, you go out there.
it'd be fucking tight. the minute like you know like boys like to play with fire.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, because at least if you're with a bunch of guys, like someone could help you and rescue
All
you.
gonna fuck around.
Yeah, yeah.
I can imagine Bart picking up a big old boulder. He's like, "You think this is gonna break it?"
I was like this. I had an idea because I found one piece that was like really hard, and I'm like, "Hey, Taika." As soon as I said that, Gio from the back, no. I'm like, you don't even know what we're gonna do. What I was gonna do is I was gonna grab his hands and have him do a like crouching tiger, hidden dragon across the lake because he can go like this.
Oh.
See if the lake will break.
Oh my god.
Slowly, if it doesn't, I'll let him go and actually run on the lake. But then she was already like, no.
Dude, because if he falls in there, oh my
Just grab
No,
him.
but he has his arm.
Because we're not in the middle of the lake.
Yeah, it's on the
Like
edge.
right here, it's like maybe only knee or waist high, you know?
Yeah.
I think we would have done that.
If it's the
If we were
boys.
the boys, we're doing crouching tiger.
We would definitely be testing the water.
For sure.
We're just throwing stuff.
Sure.
It's also like, how far can you slide?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Sure.
Come back carefully.
But with chicks, they're like all fucking risk it first.
yeah.
But the thing is,
Like we know better.
every single time,
Motherly nature? I don't know.
Never did.
yeah, every time my truck ever got stuck anywhere, Gio has warned me before. So she has so many things to dangle, you know? So I'm like, fuck, I gotta list this bitch. My record's
The ratio's off
Yeah,
right
my
now.
record's not good with her.
One of those things to dangle, has it ever involved Taika? Like, truly?
Truly? One time? This was at, do you know that one part in Laguna Beach where the water's super blue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crystal Cove or Sharks Cove or something?
yeah.
It was me, David, Vince, Lynn. We went there to have like a little like lunch picnic once. And then this is when Taika was like maybe 1 or 2. Yeah, so I put him in a life jacket. And that place is calm, right? It's a cove. So like it's like the wave, it's like a lake. We go there, we're playing, I just have him floating around in the water. And of course, with my luck, the minute I blink, a fucking wave comes out of nowhere. So the wave comes, fucking pushes Taika out of my hands. He doesn't know how to swim, doesn't even know how to talk. And he goes like this, and I see him submerge. I'm like, oh my God. So I jump over there, and then he fucking bounces back up because he doesn't have a life jacket. And you see his like fucking face come out of the water like, oh my God, what the fuck just happened? Because it's his first few fucking years on Earth. I'm like, oh my God. And Jill's like, what happened? And I'm like, shut up, bitch.
It's just a little water.
I'm like, there's a fucking wave. And there's no waves here. And of course it'd be the fucking 1 second you're staring at me, the wave comes out of nowhere, and of course he's fucking 2 feet away. It's always like that.
It's always like that.
It's always like that, man. The fucking perfect moment where she's paying attention, where the
Distracts you.
where the stars align, or there's fucking weird shit.
Because I feel like there's more than one moment.
That's actually she could dangle.
Yeah.
Well, there's another one I didn't tell her about until 2 years later.
Oh.
Was it the playground one?
Which one, where Taika fell?
Yeah. Was that one?
That was crazy. We're at a playground in our community, and then you know the fucking pole, like there's like the jungle gym, right? And there's a part where there's a pole.
He fell off of that?
There's one that's like adult eye level height. And he's just playing, and at this time he kind of has like his senses now. Like he goes up to the cargo net, he knows to climb that, he knows how that works. If there's like a fucking spinning thing, he knows how that works. So I'm like, okay, cool. He understands how like parts of this playground work.
Yeah.
He goes to the pole thing, he's holding on to it. I'm like, okay, cool. He understands his balance. So like I think as a dad, you're always like, okay, once they get it, I give him more room, give him more room. Out of nowhere, he just jumps off. He jumps off, fucking lands on the ground, and I'm like, oh my God! I pick him up, and he was fine, but I thought he was gonna break fucking like
Something.
all his fucking clavicles and shit. But he was fine, and I was like, oh fuck, thank God Jill's not here. Because she would have killed me. Imagine taking a fucking 2-year-old sack of meat and just dropping it. That's what it looked
A
like.
sack of meat.
That's what it looked like.
2-year-old sack.
Let's say sack of meat.
That's what it
dude.
looked like,
Exactly
dude.
with some clavicles though.
That's
A
what
lot of clavicles.
That's what it looked like. I'm like, oh my fucking God. I'm like, that's why people make 8 of these things.
Yeah, just in case.
Just
And
it.
don't they bounce back pretty quick though?
Yeah.
Really fast.
Because like they heal real easily at that age.
I don't even think he cried at that time.
They're like balls.
It was
For real.
just
They're
so
invincible
shocking, and he's still learning the world. He was like, "Ksh," and he's probably like, red, green, blue, or whatever.
Start shouting out colors.
I think he's still learning the world.
He's like, whoa, stars.
Yeah, like he's still like learning the ingredients of the world. So I don't even think he knew that was pain or anything.
He was just experiencing, dude.
But those were the only 2, 100%.
Nah, dude, it's gotta be one more.
No, those were
She
Supposed to be something.
ever like done anything or had like the planets align against her?
That's the part that fucking sucks. Is I'm not Latina,
Yeah.
so I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she was. No, because she was riding. I think they were riding e-bikes or whatever, and then they crashed, and then he fell off. He's okay, but when she told me, I think she presented the news as if I was gonna be Latina. For me, I'm like,
this happened, and then we fell, and
yeah,
Taika was like really scared.
you know, and then like,
Don't hit me.
but then I'm like, yeah, shit happens. Like how fucking the wave comes out of nowhere, you know, like I know shit happens. And so she's like,
You should have gave her the pay attention. bitches.
Yeah.
And then when her guard's down, that's when Bart punches her.
Oh.
That's when he goes in her face.
Yeah, because to me, I'm like, I know shit's gonna happen. It's like, that's just how life works. Random things happen, so I don't get.
But girls are just more careful.
They are.
Usually.
The dramatic.
Even the clumsy ones, they're just not as clumsy as guys.
Well, that's like, especially little boys, like that's just how we learn. We have to like hurt ourselves. I feel
Always
like,
have to run into shit, dude.
it's our like nature, our human nature to like discover the boundaries.
Yeah.
It's always innocent, but it's always just like, and it's a gray area too. It's a gradient.
Yeah.
It's not just like a hard wall. It's always like well, this is a weirder feeling.
Yeah.
And then you hit the wall, you
Like
know?
that
You just
day-
keep going.
That day Taika fell off the playground, he was like, I learned about heights today. I understand.
I'm not gonna do that again.
Yeah, I probably won't.
Gravity.
He's like, damn, I fell way faster than I thought. I fell way faster than the other time.
He's like, I'll do it at a shorter height next time.
Yeah, my version was like, let me just see what happens when I take this metal thing and I put it into this hole in the wall. Let me see what happens.
Oh,
And then I was
dude.
like,
Well, let me try that again. I'll try
Maybe
it
my
again.
left hand will feel different.
And I wish it was like, oh, let me try the left hand, but it was
you know
just
when you
like,
take like your like sister's toy, and you're not trying to break the toy, but you're just like, I
playing with it.
wonder how far it can go.
Yeah.
like, can her legs go all the way
What
up?
did you think was gonna happen? It's like I didn't mean to break it.
I didn't know it was fragile.
Yeah.
I never played with a Barbie before.
I got scars from my childhood still to this day.
We know.
Yeah. Deep wounds.
Deep.
Jump-
Share one.
Jumping off of a fucking wall. And then I jumped into a bunch of bushes, and then I scratched up my face, and I still got the scars. Had to get stitches.
Oh, you mean literal scars?
Yeah, from playing.
I thought metaphorical.
Yeah.
No, I thought that's why you made that
psychological.
joke. I thought you made that joke for that.
Dang.
Nah, man, I ain't trauma bonding. Fuck that. Come on, little scars.
Come on, man.